Before we can dish your dishes, I have an unfortunate announcement to make. We had to leave the island yesterday due to heavy weed withdrawals, though we missed. However, one of these two interns will be joining you guys after this challenge. As for the challenge, 2 of you DMP'd, while 1 person excused. This does mean someone is going home after this round. Now let's start reviewing your dishes, starting with Cell. And that's everyone! However, before we get to the results, it's time to announce which out of the interns is joining the show. I asked both of these guys if they wanted to join the game, and both of them accepted. Whoever accepted, please step up. Yes, Pinecone will be joining you all as the new 19th contestant. Alright, Cubert, now we've done with the challenge, you now have the power to select who can make rules this round. I'll give the mic to you now. Alright, before we can get to the elimination ceremony, we need to cover the rules that will go into effect at the start of the second round. We have up to 6 to cover, and they will all last 3 rounds, unless they are made permanent. Let's start with the first rule of the season, coming from Cubert. When this rule comes into effect, each contestant privately writes down 2 writing gimmicks split between 2 cards and adds a whole number from 1 to 25 to each card. Each of these cards will be shuffled together and dealt back out to the contestants face down. Each contestant must then privately view the writing gimmicks they were dealt, then choose and reveal one, discarding the other. At the end of the round, each contestant who was caught failing to uphold their writing gimmick loses polka dollars equal to the number of their card. Now, writing gimmicks apply to all game-related text, including but not limited to created rules, confessionals, and challenge submissions. The amount of polka dollars gained or lost due to this rule will be multiplied by the current round number. Well, we have a weird one to start off with. Trying to stick to a writing gimmick for the round sounds really fun though. Due to how I cannot spoil this rule pre-episode, however, the first round this will take effect in officially is round 3. Else, it's not fair. Well, our second rule is coming from Squawkabilly. Shiny. After a challenge, any non-legendary may play a minigame at no cost. The minigame consists of rolling the dice to see how many Corviknights the better can catch. Every 2 Corviknights is worth 3 Poke. Don't worry about what the Corviknights will be used for. Well, it's a pretty simple rule here, just catch some Corviknights. Next up, we have Pinecone's rule. It will count as an immediate disqualification if you're caught cheating out in the open. Okay, that's basically already a rule, so this doesn't really do anything. Our fourth rule is coming from Blade. This one it is made by Blade. Double or nothing. Once it made an edge for a challenge, the contestant reduced the gamble polka dollars up to the half of their current amount. They can gain more polka dollars depending on how they finish in the challenge. Any decimal points of polka dollars resulting by this rule are rounded to the nearest whole number. Well, we got a nice little bit of pushing your luck. If you feel confident in your entry, you can bet your own Pokeballs to benefit from it. However, if you flop, you might have just ruined your game. Then, the penultimate rule is from Reshiram. Guess the safe one. Given to the 5 lowest scoring players, they all have to pick one of the 4 fuses that's safer than the others, and when the loser goes up to voting, the winner gets some bonus points. There's always an incomprehensible rule in there, isn't there? Basically, the top 5 each pick a fuse. If you pull out the danger one, you're up for voting, which you probably already will be, and everyone else gains some amount of Poké Dollars. And lastly, we have Vote 3 Pokefans rule. At the start of the third round, 3 random players with a gun. Each player with a gun can choose between one of 2 actions. Either rob someone, which means they gain a 50% chance of robbing someone and get 100 Pokedollars from them. Or they don't do anything. I mean, it's pretty simple for the amount of extra flavoring added here, but people can rob each other. This really only goes into effect for round 3, however. And those are the rules. While those are important for future rounds, we have to switch focus to the present now and go to the votes. Most likely whoever got the most votes will be leaving, so it's bound to be a chaotic end of the round. Huh? I'm getting a call. What is it? What do you mean? We just got here! Oh, are you kidding me? Alright everyone, it's time to finish off the first round of the game. However, I've gotten the call that someone has withdrawn from the game. For everyone here, you're safe, as Oscar's good game. However, we still have the votes to go over. Whoever is the most loses 256 Pokedollars. But first, we have 2 people who did not vote. Retro and Weasel did not vote and have just lost 10% of their Pokedollars. That's not good for Weasel, as they were one of the 6 Pokemon up for voting. Also, Excalibur, Blade, Glaceon, Image, and the departing Oscar. So, first stage with 0 and 1 votes respectively, we have Blade and Glaceon. And safe from bottom 2 with a vote count of 2, Excalibur. This means we're down to the bottom 2, Weasel and Rivet. While 4 people voted off Oscar, the remaining 9 votes are split between the 2 of you. Weasel DMP'd, while Rivet is a really solid competitor who others could see as someone who could make it quite far. Final Pokemon is safe. Rivet. So Weasel, but you really should have expected this from DMP. Be thankful for Oscar Pretty, as you've gotten a second chance. Let's show the leaderboard, while you all can leave the next challenge in 2 days from now. "19th, Oscar. I don't have much to say here, to be honest. You showed up, didn't beat the first challenge, and left the first server before the first round finished up. You would have been safe if you didn't leave and had a decent bit of potential. I hope to see you again one day."